How's it going, bros? PlayStation Fever here, bringing you my top 5 PlayStation Vita games of 2013. And a huge-ass disclaimer, alright? Huge-ass disclaimer right about now. These are the games that I've only played, okay? Played! Alright, in 2013. So games like Wise Memories and Dragon's Crown aren't on the list just because I haven't actually played the games, but they look fantastic, by the way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my top 5 PlayStation Vita games, and I hope you agree with me. These are only physical copies, by the way. No PlayStation Network games. That's going to be in the different video, but enjoy it. So number 5 is going to be The Walking Dead on the PlayStation Vita. What's different on the PlayStation Vita, The Walking Dead version, it actually utilizes some of the touchscreen. And what I loved about the game is just the story mode and how everything you say or depending on your actions in the game actually develop through the course of the story mode. And depending on the dialect that you choose, it definitely has a different outcome. There have been instances where I'm like thinking to myself, had I said something different, how would the story have changed and stuff like that. So it's always alternative endings and stuff like that. And also the characters that you meet within the game is fantastic. If you ever played a game like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls and stuff like that, where your decisions depending on your dialogue actually has a different outcome towards the end and stuff like that, it was really fun. And what's different on the PlayStation Vita, it actually uses some of the touchscreen we want. I just enjoyed it more because it was portable on the go, so maybe playing on the bus or something like that. And I just enjoyed the game itself. Season 2 is already out. I should definitely check that out. And it's just a fantastic game. It's really cheap right now, like $15, $20. But The Walking Dead, as a series, as a game, is definitely a fun, and definitely pick it up on the PlayStation Vita if you haven't already. My number 4 is Sly Cooper on the PlayStation Vita. Now, what's cool about this, now Sucker Punch didn't actually make this, and they're the ones that made the franchise from the beginning in the PlayStation 2 era. A different company took the role, and I loved the fact that they kept the same characters, the voices. You meet new characters through the story. The story was alright. It wasn't anything to be wowed about. I really did enjoy the idea of, encountering new people and stuff like that in the game. And also being able to go back and, Sly's relatives and stuff like that. It was a definitely nice approach, and the game was fantastic. Graphics, everything about that, how it worked, how it played out, the character voices, everything from Sly Cooper is attached. And what's cool, if you don't own a PlayStation Vita but want to play it, they have the cross-buy feature, so there's that, and the game has been seen for like $10. The game went under the radar, and to me, it's sad though because it's a really, really fun game. If you're looking for something different on the PlayStation Vita, Sly Cooper is there to deliver. It's a great 3D platformer. I just enjoyed it, and there's some nice puzzles and stuff like that within the game. I just love the game, and you have to check it out. My number 3 is Rayman Legends. I love this game on the PlayStation Vita. Easily one of my favorite platformers on the Vita. And what's cool about it, not only were they able to essentially port the console version on it on the Vita and run perfectly, everything about the game just runs perfect. And I just feel like it plays better on the Vita but they were able to actually utilize the touchscreen and the motion sensing and some of these levels and stuff like that, which I thought was fantastic of them to do so. You actually utilize the motion sensing to move around the platforms as well as the touchscreen. I just enjoy that. At the time when the game was released, it didn't have all the levels. It was said that the Wii U pad was the more, definitive console port and everything, but they updated the game where it included the extra levels. I enjoyed that. Really fantastic game. The game is just fun. Without a doubt, if you haven't picked up Sly Cooper, I would recommend it on the PlayStation Vita. The game is fantastic, and I just overall love the game. And I think it's my favorite Rayman Legends from the series. And they also have Origins, some levels from Origins from the first PlayStation Vita game on the Rayman Legends, which just makes even better, makes the game worth that much. My number 2 is going to be Killzone Mercenary on the PlayStation Vita. As you know, the Vita is capable of producing beautiful, well-crafted games, and that's what Killzone Mercenary is all about. Beautiful graphics, gun models, characters, everything about the game just was perfect in the campaign mode. The campaign there's 9 missions. Don't let that scare you away because actually the missions are roughly around 20 to 30 minutes depending on the level or mode you're playing on. But also there's always intel and other collectibles that you can get throughout the game, which makes the game even more interesting and stuff like that. I also did enjoy this game because I had a perspective playing within the Helghan, being in the Helghan perspective, but also the ISA since you were a mercenary. It had both perspectives in the game, which to me was fantastic of them having to do so. But where you actually end up spending the most time in Killzone Mercenary has to be on the multiplayer side. To me, this is actually my favorite multiplayer game on the PlayStation Vita. Fantastic. You can go around. Everyone recommends this game. There's still people playing it. It's 4 versus 4. Don't let that scare you away because I thought it was just terrible that I only had 4 versus 4 though. But the game the multiplayer is fun. There's 6 maps at the meantime, but what I love about Guerrilla Camera, which is the developing team that made this game, is actually they're always updating the game, right? The next update should be coming early next year, which actually includes 2 new maps as well as bot modes, so that's really fun. I love it when developers actually add more with their updates and stuff like that right after launch. And I think Cambridge is among the only ones on the Vita, right, that have actually updated the game itself. Like Declassified, the creators of Declassified and Burning Skies, they're pretty much dead. So there's no, updates for the game ever coming, really. So at least Killzone Mercenary. If you're a first-person shooter fan, you have to check out Killzone Mercenary. It's my favorite game. I love it. Graphics, multiplayer is really fun. Everything the game is, I just enjoyed it a lot. So at this point, you're like, yo, Fever, so what's your #1 game on the PlayStation Vita? Well, drum roll please, guitar solo, orchestra. My #1 PlayStation Vita game is Tearaway. Oh my god, are you kidding me? If you have not played this game, you're missing out. This is the best PlayStation Vita game to date. What's cool about this, Media Molecule, if you don't know who they are, they're the guys that invented Little Big Planet, the first 2 on the PlayStation 3. They also make karting, Little Big Planet karting. It's just an amazing game. The creativity in the game is just blows my mind. It's a kind of a platformer / 3D. It's really fun. What I really enjoyed about it specifically was that it utilizes all the Vita functions, from the motion sensor to the touchscreen and also the microphone and stuff like that. You can also take photos with the camera. The game just utilizes everything. The creativity in it, the thought that went behind making the game just surprises me and just makes the game even that much fun. The art craft style to it that they have, I just love it. I just enjoy it. It makes me think that I wish I actually thought of something like this, because it just shows the imagination that Media Molecule has. And with Little Big Planet being one of my favorite PlayStation 3 games, it definitely showcases on Tearaway and definitely delivers in that category. There are also a few challenges within the game that may be a little bit difficult though, but I just love that it makes you think about it and makes you kind of, alright, so if I try this, it doesn't work. It's definitely a fun game, really a little bit challenging. It's not that hard at all. It's a fantastic game. You can kind of, play with different characters and stuff like that. And what's cool about it though, they actually have this where you can actually print out crafting stuff, so you can make your own characters within the game and stuff like that, which I think this is the only Vita game that's actually utilized stuff like that beyond the game itself. But Tearaway, without a doubt, it's a fantastic game. It definitely showcases what the PlayStation Vita is capable of, the creativeness behind Media Molecule. You just have to check out Tearaway in the PlayStation Vita because it's a fantastic game, a well-deserved game, really fun. And if you can get it for $18-20, without a doubt in my mind, you have to pick it up at that price. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 PlayStation Vita games released in 2013. If you want my top 5 PlayStation Network games on the PlayStation Vita, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll have that soon enough. Thanks again for watching, guys, and happy holidays.